Good evening, boys and girls, and other people. We are bringing you another siege battle, and this will be, of course, the French versus these fellas. So, as you can see, these guys are all getting set up. So, it looks to be the Prussians, and the 77Y are the Prussians, and it's basically the 77Y against everyone. So, you can see the 55th Brigade, the LN 4PP, 13th, the 88th, of course, and plenty of others in there. We're looking at the 5th Brigade, 4RE, Captain Small, and you can see now, who's this question? Who's this guy? He's pretty brave to be standing out there in the middle of the battlefield. However, we shall see what's going on, as this is the map. Now, you can see here, let's have a look around. So this area is defended by the wall, as you can see. There are areas around the back here, but distinctly difficult to get to. Don't know if they can get up those rocks. Let's continue around the back. So obviously you've got the, oh dear, the breach that goes to nowhere. And there is the flag. So, oh heavens, that's not a good start. So, the 2E, 4E, there we go. So, correction, some of the 2E, 4E are on... So, some of the 2E, 4E are on there at the moment, and they are in with the Prussians, so... As you can see, there's plenty going on, so... Oh god, what's going on? There's team kills everywhere! Max just team killed one of his mates. Oh dear. Somebody said chicken nuggets, be right back. Okay, there are, of course, other food products available. However, now, let's see what's going on, because these walls look rather flimsy. Yeah, they're pretty flimsy. So, as you can see, artillery is focusing attention, trying to cause a breach. Obviously, less of an issue for him. And you can see these fine fellows defending. 88th KGM, Mr. Landshark. And a nice kill from Temerai there, taking down members of the 93rd and the 37th. So let's see. Let's see how pings are looking. Relatively standard across the board. Not looking too bad. Let's see. Oh. So, now the question is, what is he doing out there? Temerai with another great cannon shot. What is he up to? Ah, there we go. It couldn't last, and I think there we go. We got to do a little bit of. There we go. So we had to do a little bit of an observer mode teabag onto Astir, so serves him right for doing what he was doing. So you can see essentially what they're doing is. Oh god, I got to stop saying that. So what's happening is they're trying to force a breach. Now, obviously, that means that the artillery, which will be back over here somewhere in the far distance. Ah, there we go. There's probably RT over there. They will be trying to force a hole into that wall. So here are these fine fellows, looking resplendent as usual. There's Hoghams, the hammy one. There's Temerai. So, Temerai and a Fist of Ham, obviously in there, doing their thing as the soldiery, so to speak, the line infantry, are doing what they're supposed to be doing and staying undercover till such times as a breach has been made. Now, oh, Temerai with more kills into the 37th as fire comes in. Loads of fire coming in from the 4PP and the 5th Brigade 4RE. So you can see a huge amount of fire going on. And this is looking pretty good. So the question is what happens, because now these guys are trying to get through that breach. They're going to try and jump in and get stabbed. Slayer tries to jump in. Now the trouble is that's not a full breach per se, so that's giving them problems, but that is a breach of a fashion. Now, this is where the take a ticket and wait for your number to be called to come through the breach, as there will now be lots of stabby goodness. As apparently, oh dear, Demon Dan spawned outside. That was a tad unfortunate. Demon Dan spawning outside with the enemy, so his demise was... Oh, Captain Small! Sir, that was beautiful. So, Captain Small taking out quite a few of the 77Y. And as you can see, they just... Oh, God, they're just piling in there, trying to get in as best they can. Now, the trouble is, because they're piling into that area, it's causing problems to the artillery, because the artillery can't really aim on that point. And Captain Small does his thing again. Holy crap. Captain Small is doing fantastically today. So there's Ensign Mackles defending. Let's see, this is the small one, of course. 5th Brigade, 4RE, and Jacob kills a teammate. So, oh no, another Jacob. Jacob, popular name, obviously. So, good. Now, the question is, because that's a limited breach, Smalls is going to be waiting for an opportunity for loads of people coming through and firing a cannon down the middle. Now, the question is, has Smalls been overcome? I think he has, yep. There we go. So, this would, I suppose, would be the main square before the inner cordon, I suppose you could say, and the gatehouse here. So, thatched roof. We'll perch ourselves at the top of the thatched roof here, looking down like a proverbial 2D bird. Where is the 2D bird tonight, anyway? So, as you can see, the 77Y now pouring in through the breach that was made on the right-hand side of the gatehouse. Now, what happened is that as soon as they came through on the gatehouse, somebody got in there and raised the portcullis, allowing the 77Y and their teammates from the 2E, 4E to pour in through that gate and basically cause as many problems for the French as possible. So, let's see what numbers are looking. 79 for the Prussians, 41 for the French. Now, another thing to bear in mind, they do have a limit on lives. The attackers do not, the French, the defenders, do. So, you can see huge amount of defence going on there. Oh, canister shot coming in from Trinket. Now, let's see if we can lock in. So, there's Trinket. Correction, there's one of his teammates. And let's see, here's some of the 2E, 4E. I wonder if that's... no, that's Slayer. So, the Honourable Mac must be in here somewhere. There he is. Colonel Lands Mac in as line infantry, running up to the walls and about to hide behind the Kazi. Yeah. So, strange things going on with a ginger person in the toilet, we'll say nothing about. However, what we're looking at now is the French with their last-ditch attempt. Now, it's very important that they not lose this area. This area here, where it's got control of this portcullis, is going to be key for them. Now, the question is, how are they going to get through there? Now, whether or not they're going to try and turn that cannon round, that's a possibility, or you get a cannon firing through the wall from that far distance, or what you do is you limber up the cannon and you bring the cannon in further. So, smart play here. There's gunner parts, complete with no chin and a big nose. Okay. There is the rubberized one. He will be moving in. Oh god, this horse is going to take forever to get through here. Now, what they can do is they can plant the cannon behind these defensive obstacles. Oh look, there we go. It's already started, so Temurai looking to create a breach, probably to the right-hand side of that gatehouse, but he's got to wait for his guys to get out of the way. So people like this fella, Mr. Blue, and so on and so forth, these guys are going to have a bad day very soon, because it's a matter of waiting for the opportune time. Now the problem is, it looks like the Prussians have actually made it in. There we go, there's a breach in the wall underneath, and I think it's pretty fair to say it's not going well for the French. You've got the 5th Brigade, 4RE over here, who these guys, 13 SLI, looking to try and defend. Oh, so many French people defending as best they can, doing everything they can to try and throw people back. But sheer weight of numbers of the Prussians, the 77Y coming in, they're going to do major amounts of damage, death, destructions, and general stabbiness. So you can see Christensen there, unfortunately, becoming a member of the recently stabbed brigade. And you've got Demon down there also trying to defend back against the Prussians. Now, if they manage to kill enough of the Prussians, they might be able to form some kind of defensive barricade here. But they'll have to push them back here. And this is the problem they're going to have, is that as soon as that gate is opened, once that guy's out of the way, which he is now, this gate is going to get opened, and that's when the problems are going to start happening. Because what they're going to have to do is these guys have really got to get themselves organised into some kind of line formation to stop. Here we go. The pain train's on its way. So, as you can see, now they are just swarming in with sheer weight of numbers. They need to get somebody up to that barricade and block it. Get somebody in there, get that portcullis down again, if they possibly can, because they will not be able to hold back against the sheer weight of numbers that is the 77Y Prussian onslaught. This is where it gets messy, because the thing is they're trying to defend, but they're not defending in a kind of a line. So ideally you could do with multiple lines if possible, people basically crouching, all the rest of it. So you've got, they're just going, they're not really shooting, they're going in to stab as many people as possible, and there won't be enough French people here to stop the Prussians absolutely flooding this flag. So a bit of a problem here. There we go. You might see the flag possibly start to move down a little bit. As you can see, oh, Atlas Jackal stabbing Malachis, should say, and Andre. So a cadet has just accounted for the commanding officer at Hog's ham being killed, and a horse. So basically, yeah, Malachith and one of his leaders have just been killed by Cadet, which is always hysterical. So as you can see, this is the problem. Because these are multiple regiments, this is the, I suppose you could say, this is the advantage that the 77Y has. Because of the communication, they're all a single regiment. It makes things a lot easier for communication and organisation of defence. Because the French side at this moment are made up of multiple regiments along with multiple communications programs, all that kind of stuff. Getting everybody together, getting them to speak the same language, do the same kind of thing, organise people, say we need people over here, we need people over there, kind of stuff, is a lot more difficult. There you go, look, you can see the flag going down, like dropping like a stone. The French are trying to get in there. They're going to have to go in with a little bit of stabby goodness. And yeah, you can see, look at this. So Temerai with 17 kills, no deaths. Look at that. Small with 15 kills, 5 deaths. So it's looking completely ridiculous. So I think it's fair to say that sheer weight of, look, see, this is the problem. Aside from this guy, who's obviously no idea what's going on, and there's Mackles, who seems to be getting in the middle of it. And a shout out from Kiris to shout out to his future self when he watches this. So, not exactly unsurprisingly, the Prussians have captured the fort. However, there was an awful lot of death. Anyway, they're going to swap the teams and we'll move on to the next round. Be right back. And we have returned. And it is now the teams have been switched. No, I think the teams have been swapped or switched, I think is the term. And the teams that were defending are now attacking. So they are now the Prussians. And these fine fellows here are moving into attack. Oh dear. Okay, maybe one of them isn't. So here's Major Neo for the 88th, moving into the wonderfulness that is cover. So, making use of the cover that's available to them. And a couple of people from the 77Y spawned outside, which did not go that well. Now, who's poor old... there's Hoghams. Who's this poor soul? There's Liquid Squawk, about to have an extremely bad day. So, as you can see, here are the Prussians attacking... Oh, Temerai! Oh, goodness me! Holy crap! Oh, my God. And that, boys and girls, is why you don't run into battle in a line. Yeah. Okay. So a shout out, unfortunately, to all these corpses, and a shout out to Temurai for being the opportunistic artillery bastard we know he is. And Temurai, oh no! Oh my god! Oh wow! The 77Y artillery is on fire. Wow. Utterly ruthless and underhand bastards, a lot of them. And here's one of them. And here's the other. Bouncing cannonballs right down the middle. Do not stand in a line, boys and girls. It only leads to general annoyance and a lot of pain. Now, who's that? That's Sparkles. Gunzo Sparkles. And who's this round here? Oh, there's Liquid Squawk. So can't see anything through the smoke. Yes, there is that. There is that. Now, so what they've got to do is they've got to wait for their artillery. Now, let's see. There's no, those are just line infantry over on the left here. So looking at this from the attacker's point of view. And over on the right-hand side, that's where your artillery will be located. So you can see here, the fine fellows doing the artillery. There's Mina and Trinket for the 88th. And it looks like a cannon has also been brought up. Oh, Parts with another kill. Cannon has been brought up here. So there's Ronnie and Inv Jacob, another artillery Jacob. They're everywhere, these buggers. So they are doing what they can to create a breach. As soon as the breach is created, that's when the line infantry pours in. Now the question is where they're going for breach-wise. It's looking like fire might be hitting these areas. See, look, you can see the damage to the brick walls caused by the cannonballs and him. So, as you can see, here is the 77Y. Poor old Liquid Squawk not having a good day. So here are all the wonderful defenders, as you can see, lining up on the wall, taking cover as they're reloading, popping up to fire, and then dropping back down behind cover. As that's what we're talking about here. Trying to slay as many people as they can and remain under cover. So there we go. There's another cannonball strike into this area. So we should start. There we go. You see some of the bricks have fallen. So you can see essentially damage is being done and more damage coming in there as well. So I think it's fair to say the cannons are focusing to areas on the left and the right of the gatehouse. You can see where the bricks have fallen in the ground here. Not sure who that is. Don't know who he is, but he's... Oh my god, look at that face. And he's surrendered already. So... let's see. So there's one of the flags, the standards being flown. Look at that. Proud and noble. And, okay, maybe he's not. But... Gunner Thomas with another kill onto the 88th. These guys have got to be careful when moving down this central section. Thomas with another cannonball kill. Now it looks like what's happened, yeah, you've got cannon over there and another cannon brought into position here. There's 4PP Rohen. Aim for the people with banners on their head. That's pretty much everybody. And Wazorsiak. Oh my god, what kind of name is that? Anyway. So it's just a matter of these guys keeping their heads down and waiting for the cannons to create a breach. Now the problem is you can see fire going in, a lot of smoke in the wall there, and a little bit of damage there. So at the moment there is no perceivable breach for the Prussians. There's Colonel Diego. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Okay, that didn't go so well. So Tychus there, unfortunately, killing a few people. And Colonel Joker from the 88th, along with some of his team, managing to catch a cannonball in the face. So this is unfortunately the line of the 88 here behind this mound of earth, suffering a little bit from the extended fire. from the defensive teams. So let's see who this is. Cannonball. So now obviously range. These range just beyond obviously I would say the effective range of a musket. I mean, you can see, there we go. So you just saw a cannonball come flying in, hit that wall there. So that's obviously coming from the cannon on the right-hand side. Now, whether or not the cannon on the left and the two in the middle, well, sorry, the two in the middle, I should say, there's not one on the far left, what they are planning to attack. Now, it could be that they are going for this area here. Now, you can see bricks are for... Oh! That was a very nice shot indeed, as Avior gets a cannonball straight in the nozzle. So you can see them basically aiming right down the throat there, as Landsmack walks right in front of the cannons. Not really conducive to healthy living, I have to say. But we'll have to wait and see. As he's waiting for his opportunity, but he doesn't get it. So Temerai is no more. There's guard Dirty Morph. And Temerai, unfortunately, will not be contributing to the artillery. Ah, here we go. Look at this. Looks like they're bringing up the artillery piece with the horse to move it into a... Okay, so they've lost the ability to limber, possibly. That could be unfortunate. Now, oh, that could be an issue. That could mean that by moving it up, they have effectively lost the use of that cannon, unless they're able to unlimber it quickly. Now the trouble is, they've also then got to unlimber it under fire, and that's going to cause a problem for them. As you can see, Trinket there taking a shot from the fire coming from the cannons. There we go. So they have managed to unlimber it, but the only problem means getting the cannon actually pointing round in the right direction. Now whether or not they'll be able to turn that far round, I don't know, but we'll have to see. So it could be that one of the cannons has been neutralised by fire coming from the... Oh, Temerai killing... see, there we go. Landsmack there. That's what you get for keep walking in front of the cannon. So there we go. Hopefully that lesson's been learned, but I probably doubt it. Never mind. The man designs great maps, but he doesn't know when not to stand in front of a cannon. So... more fire coming in. Thomas taking out yet more again. Oh, heavens above, look at this. I think from the point of view of this area, the trouble is with this spawn is that literally you are coming straight down the middle here into the cannons. So it might be better that the map gets adjusted slightly so people come from the spawn on the right and on the left. That way it's probably a better situation so that they're not at least coming under fire from the cannons, which is the problem, is they're just getting hit as soon as they come out of the spawn, which is not fun for guys. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, oh, Captain Small just shot a cannonball into Malekith. So for those of you who enjoy moments like that, a round of applause. So as you can see this line coming up, you see, all it's got to do is wait. Somebody's got to wait for a cannonball. All it's going to take is a patient man and a cannonball right down the middle. There we go. And unfortunately, these 77Y guys are too accurate and too, what's the word I'm looking for? Devious, I suppose you could say, not to miss an opportunity like that. So a little bit of adjustment on the map might be required. No doubt Unicorn Boy will do his work. Now, it looks like the first part of a breach has started to be made. As you can see here, it's a minor breach and a cough for the right-hand side of the gatehouse here. Now, the question is, are they going to actually go for that? It looks like you've got some Prussians coming out of the trees, more Prussians making their way up as Ronnie gets a cannonball in the back of the head. That's very unfortunate. There we go. So closer in. There we go. So they have managed to actually move the cannon round. Now, unfortunately, I'm surprised that the regiments are continuing to walk up this main road. I don't know why they're not going to the right and the left. Maybe it's because of that. So you need to get that out of the way, because it's just basically threading the eye. threading down in the eye of the needle, and it's heaven for the artillery, as you can see. I mean, look at that. Thomas 29 and 1, Temerai 16 and 2. That is just evil. However, the Prussians, now having made a breach, are going to get in there and twat as many as possible. So Scruff just been killed, as you can see them trying to get in there. The French are trying to stab back as many people. Oh, I bet that's, yes it is, the 2E4E in, okay, maybe not so many of them. Oh dear, I've got to give shout outs to the artillery boys in these games. They are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I was about to say that was a lovely line, but it didn't last very long, as indeed not that line. Oh Christ on a bike, look at that. See, this is the problem here. See, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Random horse. So, not ideal. A little bit of map adjustment may be required to make it a little bit easier on the attackers. But bear in mind, when you think about it, the attackers are not limited for lives. Okay, that's got a bit... Who is that? That's Mina, determined to bring the cannon up to the front line. This can only go well. Oh, this is not going to be a complete balls up, but we'll have to wait and see. Oh, this has the potential to be comedy gold. So it looks like they've unlimited it right by the gate. As soon as they open that gate, that's actually pretty smart, to be honest. Although it's probably not necessarily the best positioning, but we'll wait and see. So what they're trying to do, pour people into there. Whoever that poor sod is defending, let's see if we can lock in on him. So that, I think, that might be Moloroko. There we go. Taken down. Smoke trail. Oh, Jacob killing a lot of people. And there we should be seeing that opened up any minute. And then all of a sudden, a large cannon will be pointed through it. There we go. Well, hello there. Oh, cannons right through the middle. Okay, so that's a pretty deadly position for a cannon to go, and Thomas is in a pretty deadly position here. And there's Temerai going in with another kill there, so let's see if we can find out where Thomas is. Is he up here? No. Oh, there's people up on the houses. There's Johnny, obviously, using good defensive work there by using the building as additional cover. And basically the French are doing their best to defend against the Prussians, as Small manages to kill loads of people again. Unfortunately on his side, but hey-ho, these things happen. Who's Mark's Highlander HD? So let's see. Look at that, 48 and 1. Thomas, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's just... Oh, cruel. So, now the only drawback is it means that that cannon could be getting in the way of people going through that door. But we should just have to wait and see what happens, as we're looking at 57 versus 88. So, I suppose you could say they're at the first wall here. So the 77Y and friends from the 2E4E, obviously, are defending as best they can. They're holding that first wall, pouring fire into the breach. Combinations of cannons here from, of course, Temerai, and as much firepower as they can muster from the line on the walls. Now, you've obviously got this trench here for additional cover, which these guys are going to move back to, but there we go, a bit of stabby goodness. Stabby goodness going on in the trenches. So you can see all these fellas here. There's Liquid Squawk. Here is the 2E4E. Looking wonderful. Or maybe I should call them the second, fourth. I'm not sure. Perhaps they'll tell me. So there's Hoghams defending, as let's see what's going on. So there is Spider Pig. The late, lamented Spider Pig. So it looks like they're now trying to move the cannon around a bit. Not sure if they're going to try and relimber it and get it out and about, but we'll have to see. So, as you can see, it looks like they've already made a breach into the second wall. So good work here by the Prussians, and the French are down to 51 versus 88. So this is the advantage that the attackers have, is that they are not limited on lives. So there is PFC Sazdan. So let's see, a bit of stabby goodness going on there. And there we go. Oh, gunner parts with a lovely kill there into yet more of the 88. They've really been having a tough time with the artillery, as you can see. Look at that. Wow. So. And Landsmack has just been slain. Oh dear, I'm sorry, it's never not funny. Sorry, Mac. So. Okay. So, I think there might be some respawning issues, but they're obviously working on that as best they can. Captain Small with a couple of cannon team kills, and gunner parts with some lovely fire into the enemy. I'm guessing there's gunner parts there on one of the smaller cannons, making use of that. And then obviously, correction, gunner parts is no more. A long distance, lovely shot by Spider Pig into him, and a nice headshot indeed. Oh, attention, this horse is reversing. No, what? No health and safety tabards? What's going on? Attention, this horse is reversing. And another cannon through the doorway, and somebody just got shot in the face. So that's Mina, unfortunately, is no more. So they have moved the cannon up, but they've effectively blocked that doorway. That could possibly cause a problem, difficult to say. So, at least they've got the cover of that wood as they come through there. So we'll have to see how that works, as stabby goodness is occurring in the main square outside the yellow brick building and nearby the flag. That's good placement, I have to say. Look at that. That's right on the edge of the stone there as well. So as you can see, the Prussians coming in, trying to stab as many French people as they possibly can. So there's Athia there. Major Windy Pops just dying. Great name, love it. So as you can see, this is essentially combinations of lots of smoke, lots of muskets, lots of shouting, and lots of stabbing. Now, you can see plenty more of the French contingent making their way out, jumping down, and making their way to the first barricade near the flag, as the French have successfully defended the fort. Good games being issued between the teams. So, wow. That was a pretty good battle, boys and girls. That's how you do it siege style. We hope you guys enjoyed yourself, as indeed we did. And they're going to do a fun round. Formation Pike Wars. This has the potential to be extremely silly. We'll be right back. So, here we go. Quad rank for pikes. This should be fun. What's the point? Where are the sodding enemy? Oh, there they are. Over there. Okay. Fly the flag for the win. So about that bit of a technical Technical problem. This should be interesting. Now, the trouble is trying to get them all into a quad line. Uh-oh, the team killing's begun. Haha, there's another flag bearer. Excellent. Uh-oh, uh-oh, this is not going to go well. For Mother Russia! Charge! No, get off me! I've got the colours! Oh, you spoiled sport. Cheap tart. Can't believe it. He killed the man with the colours. I had nothing to defend myself with. Just rude. Get the colours, thank you. Good man. I might actually go as a musician just for silliness purposes. No! There you go, which goes a drummer. Get the troops organised. Don't kick me. So that's just blatant abuse. Here we go. Go! Charge! Charge into battle, you bastards! You traitorous dogs. Mac's gonna defend me. Uh-oh. Better help Mac. Ah, damn it! Ah, no! Yeah, you bastards. Oh, dear. Completely silly. Look at that, that's awesome. Go 88. Oh, stabby goodness, look at that, stabbies. Oh, that's wonderful. I wonder if I should get a pike out and try and stab Mal before it starts. That might, or stab Aztir actually. Is Chad dead? Need you even ask? I mean, really? Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. How rude. Dear, oh dear. I wonder if they're going to do another one, actually. Let's see what we can select as troop. Do fifing? Fifing is required. Ah, more events like the last 2 rounds. Brilliant. Oi! No, don't stab the musicians. That's just cruel. No! And you still missed me! You still missed, Mac. How is that possible, man? Okay, maybe you got me that time. Oh dear. Leave my body alone, you pervs. Anyway, that's it for this evening, guys. I hope you enjoyed this siege battle and the wonderful guys that play it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.